What's up, guys? Devin Zander here, along with my co-host Clayton Johnson, and we are the Rowdy Boys. I think he does a lot better than I do, so we just got to pass it to him. And we are back today with our second episode. This is our third time recording it. I think we're supposed to mention that we're also the #1 marketing podcast in the world. How many subscribers do we have now, Clayton?
1 billion. We just hit our 1 billionth subscriber. It's the #1 podcast,
amazing.
not in just the world, but in the known universe. So,
yes.
also by two super ripped dudes.
Yep.
No better looking, no more popular, no more. There's no better podcast out there. So
no one like us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you found whoever found it they found the #1.
Anyway, so what are we talking about today?
So
Will you enlighten our special guests here?
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? So today, there's two parts of really achieving your goals. One is like knowing how to do the skill part of it, and you can read that, you get that through like reading books and all that kind of stuff. We talk about marketing,
or by listening to
right?
us.
And by listening to us, we talked about email marketing. So one thing is having the skills, but a huge part of achieving whatever goals you want to achieve is the mindset part of it, right? What are the things that you got to know? What are the mindsets you got to adopt to actually get to where you want to go? So today, I want to talk to you about, what is that mindset that really changed it all for you? Was something in the past that you're going along a path and you got like stuck, or you couldn't really get out of that rut? What is something that totally changed your mind and that was a really big catalyst for success for you?
Yeah, so what I'm going to talk about today, it's not necessarily my biggest catalyst ever. Okay, I think you're going to be going over like your biggest one ever. Mine is something,
maybe we'll see.
Maybe we'll see. We'll get
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
But I want to cover the biggest mindset shift that I had in 2021 because it's become a motto for like my life, my business, everything I do. And it's from a guy, or I learned it from a guy, Tim Grover, who coaches great athletes like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and things like that. And he, these are all champions. And this is a mindset that he instilled within every single one of them. And it is that winning is a one-night stand. And a really good example recently, because, we're Tampa Bay Nation over here living in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is basically Tampa Bay. And the Bucks just won the Super Bowl. Let's go, Tom Brady. So
Sports.
Yes. Clayton does not care. I really don't care that much either, but let's just look at Tom Brady for an example, right?
Yeah.
He's out there. He has an amazing season. He comes to a losing team and basically a badass, works really hard every day, takes it all the way and wins the Super Bowl for us. And guess what? The next day, he has to start over from ground zero, okay? He took like one day off. He went and got drunk on a boat. It was like a huge controversy, right? Everybody was talking about it. Oh, he threw the Lombardi Trophy, right? But after that one day, guess what? He's back at the fucking gym. He's ready because the next season starts, and even though you were the champion last season, everybody is starting in that same exact place. And if he's not there in the gym, if he's not out there practicing every single day, someone else who's hungrier and who wants it more is going to come around and they're going to fucking take it from him, because success is not committed to you. Success is a one-night stand. You guys could have the best night of your life. You go out, you have that 5-star meal. It's fucking amazing. You go, you win the Super Bowl. It's great. You love each other. This is the best feeling ever. You wake up in the morning. Guess what? The season starts over, or your ads start over. Your product stops selling maybe. Who the fuck knows what happens, right?
Yeah.
But you have to treat every day like it is square one, because if you are not doing that, if you're not getting up every day and fucking getting it and going at it and treating it like, you need to earn success every day, you're not owed it, then it's going to leave you and it's going to go to the person who wants it more, because that's who success is committed to. And if you're not constantly being that person, if you are not putting it all in every day on the line, you're going to wake up, you're going to find that success is gone, and you're going to say, well, what the hell happened? Where'd it go? And you're going to see it with your competitor or whoever it is, right? The other team, the other business, the other guy, whatever. Success left you and it went to someone who earned it. So success is a one-night stand. That's just huge for me. It's really changed our work ethic and how we approach things. I realized that we can never relax. We just need to be up and at it, or else someone else is going to take our breakfast, and then I'm not going to be able to buy my wife stuff. I'm not going to be able to buy my dog stuff. All those little things, right? But if we're not constantly working to be the best version of ourselves, if we're not getting up and getting at it every day, eventually someone else is going to come along and take it from us. So
Damn,
that
dude,
was
that
big
was
for
the
me.
rant. That was amazing, dude. But
Mic
okay, so
drop.
you talked a little bit about like Tom Brady, and that's cool. But I want to know like from like in your business, and I think this happens with people that get
Yeah.
a big ego, get some success or whatever,
Oh,
and
exactly.
whatever. You maybe start partying and stop doing the things that made you successful. Is there something that happened in your story where you were, or were you
Oh,
just
yeah.
always like, yo, I know that this is gonna happen. I just have to keep grinding, or did you get success and let off of that and saw it start to slip, or what actually happened?
Yeah, so I'll talk about that. And this is actually kind of funny because one of our mottos for our business in 2015 was like comfort kills. If you're ever comfortable,
Yeah.
then your business is going to die, right? But yeah, so I mean, back in about 2016, 17, we were selling this product. It was called HCOM, and we partnered up with a guy named Alex Becker to do our marketing for it. And
Yeah.
essentially, we just focused on creating the product itself, and Alex focused on all the marketing for the product. And we just got really relaxed. You know, we're like, oh shit, all we have to do is focus on making the best product possible. We don't have to worry about selling it or honing our marketing skills or generating leads for our business and doing anything, because Alex was absolutely killing the game, and we were doing $1 to $3 million a month in revenue selling this product.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
yeah, it was just amazing. We're feeling so good. We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. Winning
Yeah.
is with us. I think it'll never
Yo,
leave
your
us.
your
right?
ego is just
Yes, we're just crushing it. All this money's coming in, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we got all this. Everything's great. And then one day, Alex decides to leave, and it was like an amicable thing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
kind of were unhappy with the situation, and he was slightly unhappy. We wanted to go in one direction. He wanted to go in a different one.
Yeah, that happens.
And yeah, so we split it up, and then we're like, well, fuck yeah, we're the best. We got this, right?
Yeah.
No, we did not have this because we had
Yeah.
been out of the marketing game for like 2.5, 3 years at this point. And
Yeah.
sure,
Dude,
you-
shit can change in
Yeah.
pretty quickly. Yeah.
everything changed. The entire
Yeah.
marketing landscape had changed, and the things that we were running back in 2016, and now it's like 2020 or maybe 29. I don't even remember, man. It all goes together now. I think it was 2020. Everything's changed now, and it's like, fuck, we're starting over from square one. And it's
Yeah.
that same story, right? Like Tom Brady, the next day, he has to start over from square one. We had success for years. We thought it was always going to last, and then it left us, and we had to start over from square one. And that was a huge slap in the face. So we went from, $1 to $2 million a month in sales on this to literally overnight zero, like, psh,
Yeah.
and it was gone. I look around, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Nothing's working now. What do we do? And that was just like a huge lesson for us that we can never become complacent, because then you're left with nothing. You're left holding the sack. It's empty. It's full of like old rusty potatoes that you can't eat, and winning is gone. It's with somebody else. So now I know just basically never to let that happen again. We need to always be diligent, always working, always generating leads, always practicing our marketing, always testing, always seeing what's working.
Thinking about what's coming next.
Yeah, thinking about the future, analyzing the competition, whatever
Yep.
it is,
Yeah.
interviewing. I mean, dude, there's so much to do, and I got to save that for another episode.
Yeah.
There's so much you need to keep up on. But that slap in the face, that's why it's such a big lesson for us, because I felt the pain, and I never want to feel that again. And I never want to feel the struggle, the stress. Like, dude, are we going to be able to pay for our employees or something? Because, when you're making that much money, now you start getting all this overhead, and then the money
Yep,
stops, and then the overhead's like, that doesn't just stop unless you fire everybody, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, that's it for me, man. That was
Damn, dude.
That's a tough lesson.
I love that. That's an amazing thing. And like, people talk about it's not just the destination, it's the journey. It's kind of hard to understand, because if you do the marketing stuff that we talk about here, I mean, there's a good chance that you will actually get to your goals. You will get success.
Yeah.
And that is actually a big risk
And then
factor. It's like, then what? It's like, because that's not the destination, because you can always grow bigger. So I think you just adopt that mindset from the beginning that, dude, I'm not going to achieve this one thing and that's going to be the end. My mindset is that every day I'm trying to get bigger. Every day I'm trying to grow. Even if I get what I previously wanted, now I want something bigger. So I got to wake up like it's day one every day.
Yeah, and I think that is this is a little off topic, but we talk about these high performance achievers, like the unreal people, the Tom Brady's, the Kobe Bryant's, the Michael Jordans, right? you know, they never wanted to stop at one ring. To them, it was never about the ring. It was just proving they were the best and being a better version of themselves every day. And that's kind of what people should strive for, because you could set a goal for something and then you hit it, you lose purpose, and then you might be depressed or something. We're really getting off topic, right? But if you just strive to be a better person every day and you're taking steps to do that, that's going to be what grows your business, your personal life, your health, and your wealth, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, man, let's. What about you? I'm really curious because we've recorded this like 3 times, and he's heard mine.
Yeah, you never heard mine. This
times,
is
and I haven't heard Clayton's big mindset shift. So Clayton Johnson, the Rowdy Boy, what is it?
All right,
Lay it
man.
on
Yeah.
me.
Okay. So the thing that I wanted to share today, this is so impactful to me, and this is a component that like really changed everything, or at least one of the major ones. Okay, so. There wasn't a time period where it was like everything was like horrible or anything. Like, I mean, some people have like really rough situations. To be honest, like everything was going pretty decent, but it just wasn't moving in the way that I wanted. And I used to think that everything just, you know, happened the way it had to happen, right? So we were doing SEO, and, you know, I was kind of like, man, why isn't our business growing? Well, oh man, well, Google is like really hard to compete with, and the market is really like difficult. And like I was always like looking at these external things and saying like, the way things are going is because of these external things. Until I adopted this mindset, and this is what kind of changed everything, which is that if you really want your goals, you got to start taking 100% responsibility for everything.
Oh yeah.
100% responsibility for fucking everything. Even shit that you don't think that you control, you start adopting this mindset, say, yo, it's not this other person's fault. It's my responsibility. And this is kind of like complaining, you know, like when you complain, people don't think about how bad it is. Actually, the mentality behind complaining is saying like, oh, this happened to me and I can't do anything about it or whatever, right? The Google updates, I couldn't do anything about it. What it is when you complain like that, it is actually you're becoming a victim of the situation. You're saying, and it feels good. Feels good says like, oh, I don't have to really do anything. It's not my fault. It's this other fault. But it's secretly very disempowering because you're saying, yo, I can't do anything about it. Therefore, you know, you're relieved of the responsibility, but you're actually not in control. When you take responsibility and say, okay, whatever it is, I got to fucking fix it, that sucks. That feels bad. You got to say like, oh shit, maybe it is my fault. Maybe I should figure out something to combat the Google updates. Maybe I should figure out how to maybe market better. That sucks. You have to say like, maybe I'm wrong. But the cool thing is you get power then. Because you can say, I can change something.
Everything.
And so when I adopted that mindset, like everything is my responsibility, that's when everything really started to change. I said, okay, what do we want to do? We need to I need to figure out how to market better. I need to figure out how to combat Google updates. I need to figure out how to grow the company. I need to figure out, got an employee that's not really working out. You either figure out how to coach them. How can I be better? How can I be a better coach? How can I clearly more explain? And this applies to not just the business, but like everything in life. My brain was on autopilot. Like, oh, that's the way things are. It's because of this other thing. When I started catching myself all the time. And when I started saying, nope, that's my fault. I'm going to have to fix that and start taking responsibility. I got so much more power. Everything started moving. And so it was amazing. So if you're in that situation right now, take like a mental inventory and see if you are being a victim. See if you're saying like complaining about it. If you're not taking responsibility, change that and go to 100% responsibility in everything. And I swear to God, your life is going to start changing.
Bro, I fucking love that you brought this up.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
That's called external locus of control.
Yeah.
And internal locus of
Oh
control.
man, these are the smart boys
Yes,
now,
dude.
the nerdy boys.
The external locus of control means that shit happens to you. It's out
Yeah.
of your control.
Yeah,
and it's literally like a pathetic life. People just coast through life that way. And the people with the internal locus of control, the way they view life and what you're saying is like they make shit happen.
Yes.
And they have control of their life. And the reason, like you were saying, why that's so important is because if you have that external locus of control where things happen to you, then you just see the world as it is. You think you can't make an impact. You just always assume that everything is the way it is. And
My
it's stuck
boss
in that
doesn't
way,
pay me
right?
enough because he's an asshole or whatever.
Yes. And then instead, you're not realizing that life isn't like that. You hold all the fucking power.
You hold so much power.
It just
People don't even
comes
know.
down to you to accept that it is up to you to make these changes. like you said, right? Nothing's going to be giving to you.
Yeah.
You need to go out there and you fucking earn it. And you have the power to. Everybody watching, everybody listening, they have the power to. But it's up to them to just kind of take that in inventory, like you said, right? So if something comes up when you say something like, let's just say, for instance, someone else got the promotion instead of you to everyone who has jobs, and they're like, oh, it's just fucking how it is, they just don't like me or something like that. Why? Why didn't you get it?
Yeah, you could say, oh, well, it's because of the boss. It's because they have this relationship outside work, or he buys him beers, or whatever. Or you could say, like, how can I be fucking better? How can I be 10 times better so it's undeniable how good I am?
Yeah.
How can I go around this situation? How can I, whatever you want to do, and take that responsibility, man, because your life will start moving then. Your life cannot move. It will not move if you go, that's out of my control. It definitely will not move.
Bro, and just think about, like, us getting in shape, too. We had all these preconceived notions. Oh, well, it's just not for, people who are as busy as I am can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do that kind of diet, blah, blah, blah. And you just have all these preconceived notions, and it's like, fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it was. Oh, it was just like a switch flipped, right? We're like, oh, let's just do it.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome,
control.
man. Fuck yeah, I love
Fuck
that,
yeah.
dude. Good share.
Hell yeah.
That's the fucking Rowdy Boy ways, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, I think that's great for this episode, man. So 2 things to remember. Your tip was?
It was that winning is a one-night stand. If you don't fucking earn it every day, it's going to leave you and go for someone else who does.
Yeah, wake up every day like you got to get it. My tip is like, take 100% responsibility for everything in your life, and your life's going to start moving. So, guys, that was the Rowdy Boys show.
Rowdy Boys.
Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are now on a bunch of podcast platforms now. So
true.
I don't know where you're listening to this. If you're on YouTube,
Spotify, Apple
please do
Podcasts.
all the things and leave us comments because we're replying to every comment right now. Get on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, hit the subscribe button. We want to hear from you guys, so if you want to send us a message or anything, we would love to do that. What's up?
Rowdy Boys, ROWDYBOYZ.net.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in. Sign up for our email list. Get
Hell
notified every time we release an episode. What kind of marketers would we be if we did not market to you? Sign up for the email list, guys.
Yes.
You can get notified of every single episode that we release, and we're also going to do some special giveaways, things like that. We're not quite sure on it yet, but look, together our businesses have done like over 75 million. We don't have the exact number, and we may help you with your marketing or do something like that. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
going
But you're
to-
definitely going to want to be on this email list for sure.
Even if you don't get something, just for the content alone, because we're going to be dropping everything we've learned over the years. And even if it can only make you a couple $100,000, that's a couple $100,000.
Yeah, because joining the list is not a couple $100,000. It's free. You can just go to RowdyBoys with the Z.net and subscribe right there. It's going to be amazing. So,
And then if you're on Apple Podcast, 5-star review. Share it with a friend. And then show us a screenshot that you shared it with a friend in like a YouTube comment, or send it to us via email on our website. We have a contact form.
Yeah.
And then we'll also give you something cool that we haven't quite figured it out yet, but we are going to master it. Ladies and gentlemen, anyways, that was Rowdy Boys. I think we were going to finish every episode with like a fist bump or like a high five. Nice.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
super
Good
smooth.
episode. This was Rowdy Boys, episode 2. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, review, all those good things, and we will catch you later.
See you guys.